So, folks, I'm reading this article about this woman on LinkedIn complaining about how she is being affected by age discrimination. She had worked for this company for over 20 years, done a good job, worked hard, and was let go and could not find a new job. She'd applied for a bunch of jobs, sent out a bunch of resumes, and had one job interview, no offer. We've all heard that story, right? The people who are older are getting cut loose, and it's true. It's a fact, and it's unfortunate. But the focus should be now on, all right, we know it exists. What's the solution? What do we do about it? And one of the things I noticed with the article is she focused on her years on the job as opposed to accomplishments. Why wasn't she talking about what she accomplished? Because that's really what matters. 2, she didn't talk about any new skills she had gained. The market is always changing. And in the changing market, if you're not changing, you're going to get left behind. 3, she didn't make any mention of how she's building networks and the relationships she's built. That's really critical in your opportunities. We all know that. This is 2018. You can't operate like it's 1990. Those days are over, right? So I like to focus in on what the solution is, right? How do we stay relevant when we're over 40 in a market that, to be honest, favors younger people, right? And so one of the things that I think of right now is I think of having a hunter mentality. You got to go out and find your opportunities. Opportunity's not just going to come and knock on your door. So you got to go out there and you got to grind and you got to go after it like a dog going after a bone. Next thing is being self-taught. I am constantly trying to learn new things. And learning is definitely a differentiator over other people because it allows you to bring value. The more knowledge you have, the more value you can bring. And value really is what helps people decide on hiring you. 3rd, I would say acquire new skills, right? The job market is continuing to change. You have to go out and acquire new skills to be competitive, right? I would also say strategic networks, right? Are you meeting people who can make decisions to hire you? It's that simple, right? It's not just meeting somebody, it's meeting someone who can say, yes, I will hire you for a job. I did a video where you should know 6 people who are hiring managers to hire you in the exact type of job you're in now. Continue to build those relationships. Also, join professional networks, professional associations. The people who tend to be at the top of their game don't just go to work and come back home. They go join professional associations to be with other motivated, skilled professionals who are on top of their game, right? So join those associations. Costs a few dollars. It takes a bit of time, but it's well worth it. Also, build your brand. Put out blogs, write on LinkedIn, have a website, share the knowledge that you have. I've done videos and it's actually opened up opportunities for me. So I strongly believe in that. Also, stay in good shape. That's a small thing, but it is important. I take pride in keeping myself in very good shape. And I exercise every morning. It takes discipline, but it makes a difference. If an employer is going to hire 2 people who are equally qualified and one is healthier and in better shape, they're probably going to take the person who's healthier and better shape. It's going to cost them less on their insurance, right? So there is an economic factor in there. Also, soft skills, So that's your character. That's who you are. Those are things that don't always show up on the resume, And then I would also say empathy. You got to put yourself in the position of the person who hires, who has decisions on hiring and firing people. A lot of those people are over 40, so it's not just a coincidence that they're cutting people loose who are over 40. There's a reason for that. So you have to stop and put yourself in their shoes. Do some self-evaluation, understand what's missing in terms of what's on you, in terms of what you have to improve upon. Have some self-awareness. Folks, it's not easy, but you've got to take time to kind of understand how the market's changing and adjust to that market. Best strength you can have is ability to recreate yourself and the ability to acquire new skills, keep learning, and build new relationships. And that's how you stay relevant when you're over 40 in a market that tends to favor younger workers. Thank you.